Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at a weapon that a lot of people, including myself, have just completely overlooked. I'm not saying that like no one knows about it, just that it's not really getting the respect it deserves, because if you can get your hands on this weapon's god roll, it is one of the best weapons in the entire game. And to add to that, it doesn't have just one god roll or two or three. It literally has god rolls for just about any playstyle you might have. So yeah, we're going to be going over the weapon, its various god rolls, and by the time you leave this video, it's going to be at the top of your I must get this list. I'm gonna sell you on this weapon if you've been ignoring it like I had. But before we get started, plugs must be plugged. So if you're new and enjoy my videos, then feel free to subscribe. I'd appreciate it. So if you have no idea what this weapon is, even with it in the thumbnail, it is the Smite of Merain. Stats coming up now. The Smite is a 390 RPM adaptive frame kinetic pulse rifle that is acquired via the newly reprised King's Fall raid. Don't forget that King's Fall is free to play, so technically this weapon is available for everyone. Loot pool for King's Fall coming up now. You can get it from War Priest, Daughters, and of course Oryx. Now, just like all the other King's Fall weapons, it is craftable and will take you 5 red borders to unlock its pattern. Any encounter the weapon can drop from, so can a red border. Red borders can also drop from the 3 secret chests, the secret puzzle chest at the end of the raid, and of course, you can buy a red border once per week per account at boss. So if your RNG is like mine and completely sucks, 5 weeks max to be able to craft it. Now, getting into the perks. First is its absolutely insane origin perk, Runneth Over. Whenever you're around teammates and reload, your mag will overflow. The more teammates, the more ammo you'll get. Mag perks will aid in how Runneth Over scales, and the Bottomless Bounty mod from the seasonal artifact will also help. Like, if you have a mag perk, the artifact mod, and around 5 teammates, don't be surprised if you get close to like 100 bullets and a single mag. Like I said, this origin perk is kind of insane. All right, now for the columns. In column 1, you're gonna find 9 barrels. Fairly straightforward column. If you're on M&K, just max out your range. So hammer 4 is for a flat increase to range, no strings attached. Or full bore if you're a psychopath and want max range despite the penalty to stability and handling. Then for controller, if you're having trouble controlling this thing, you could go small bore for an increase to both stability and range, or if you want this thing to have a perfect vertical recoil, go with arrowhead brake. Next up, column 2, where you got 7 mag options. You can go 2 different ways here. Option 1 is you want range all day, every day, and if that's the case, then accurized. But if you want to really maximize the origin perk, go with a mag increasing perk. My personal pick is appended because it gives the most ammo with no drawbacks, but you could also take something like extended for the most bullets, though at the cost of reload speed, or tac mag for the smallest bump to mag size with a side of reload speed increase. Now for columns 3 and 4, and normally I go over these columns individually and tell you what you want, but like I mentioned earlier, because of all the different god rolls, I'm gonna go over both columns back to back, and then we'll talk about the different combinations you can go with. So for column 3, you have 7 options: Ensemble, Moving Target, Pugilist, Demolitionist, Well-Rounded, Focus Fury, and Stats for All. Then for column 4, same story, 7 perks: Eye of the Storm, Gutshot Straight, Swashbuckler, Adrenaline Junkie, Firefly, Vorpal Weapon, and One for All. Let's first start with our classic reload and damage perk. Stats for All in column 3 and One for All in column 4. You hit 3 different enemies, not kill, just hit. They can even be immune, and both these perks are going to activate at the same time. They will both last for the same 10 seconds. They can't be refreshed while they're active, but they have no cooldown, so you can activate them immediately after they run out. Stats for All is going to provide a plus 10 to range and stability, plus 20 to handling, and cuts the time to reload in half. One for All is a 35% damage increase. If you've never used a Stats for All, One for All combo, then you're really missing out. I've been preaching this since Stats for All came out, but this is the best feeling reload / damage perk combo in the game, hands down. It destroys everything in general play content, and it's even useful for high-end content because it doesn't require kills to activate, and as we all know, things don't just insta-die in GMs or master raids. Next up, this weapon offers not just one of the utility combos, but both. Yes, you will find Demo in column 3 and Adrenaline Junkie in column 4. Then on the flip side, Pugilist in column 3 and Swash in column 4. These are essentially the same combos, but one is for grenades and one is for melees. With Demo, weapon kills are going to generate nade energy, and when you throw your nade, it's going to auto-reload the weapon. Throw Junkie on top of that, and any nade kill you get is going to instantly give you ×5, which is a 33% damage increase. If you can't get a nade kill, every weapon kill is going to give you 1 stack up to ×5. So you're going to be getting that 33% damage increase no matter what. Then Pugilist is going to generate melee energy on weapon kill. Sadly, getting a charged melee kill doesn't auto reload the weapon, but dealing normal melee damage will improve the weapon's handling. Swash on top of it works the same as Junkie, but instead of a kill with a nade to get ×5. It's a melee kill. Absolutely insane combo for almost anyone, and gets even better if you're spec'd into a grenade or melee build. Now, I know I said that Stats for All, One for All was an amazing combo for in-game content, but this next combo is even better. Focus Fury in column 3 and Vorpal in column 4. These perks together on the same weapon are going to absolutely shred in-game content. With Vorpal, you get a flat 20% damage increase to anything that has a yellow health bar, which there's a lot of those in-game content. Then stack Focus Fury on top of that for another 20% damage increase. Vorpal has no activation, it just works. For Focus Fury, you need to land half the mag as precision shots, and it will last for 11 seconds. Like I said earlier, things don't just insta-die in in-game content, so it could only take 1 or 2 enemies to proc Focus Fury. Also, don't forget that Focus Fury is activated off your base mag size, so half of 39. Even if you have Runneth Over active with like a 60+ round clip, it still only takes half of 39, which is 19.5, so 20 bullets. Now, I know I said that if you're trying to maximize Runneth Over, then take a mag increasing perk in column 2, but doing that will increase how many bullets you need as precision hits to activate Focus Fury. So if this is the role you're going for, then don't take a mag perk in column 2, as it requires more precision shots to activate. Focus Fury and Vorpal on this weapon makes an insane combo for that harder content. Also, don't forget that pulse rifles are unstopped this season, so that's just another reason to go for this role. Then the final combo we're going to be looking at is our Add Clear Machine role. Take any of the perks in column 3 we've already talked about and pair it with Firefly in column 4. With Firefly and your favorite column 3 perk, this thing just becomes an Add Clear monster. Pop an ad that's in a group in the head, and everything in that group or around it is just gonna die or be very close to death. I wouldn't take this role for higher tier content, but for lower tier general play, it puts in the work. Smite and Merain has god rolls for pretty much anything you're doing. Low tier content, high tier content, ability builds, it seriously does it all and should 100% be at the top of your must-have list. I've seen some people talking about Smite, but it was so brief and they weren't really giving it the breakdown or going into all the different god roll combos that you can get on this thing. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that this is one of the best weapons this season and one of the best kinetic primary weapons in the game. The only, and I mean only, drawback is the fact that it sits in the kinetic slot where a lot of really powerful kinetic special weapons sit. But if you're looking for that insane kinetic primary weapon that is also very versatile, then Smite and Merain is going to be your go-to. But that is Smite and Merain, in my opinion, one of the best weapons this season, but sadly it feels like everyone was talking about it the first week of King's Fall releasing, and since then it's just been silence. This weapon is currently my #1 most sought after god roll / red border. Probably gonna end up crafting that Stats for All, One for All roll and that Focus Fury Vorpal roll. But let me know your all's thoughts on this weapon down below. Have you managed to get a god roll? Are you an absolute Chad and already have it crafted? Which roll are you going after? Do you like it, hate it? Let me know down below. With all that being said, feel free to drop a like if you enjoyed the video, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.